Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're just going to go over on how I tie my jigs. I made other videos. If you can, go and check those out on how you pour the Arky jig, how I power coat with a fluid bed, and how I glue my weed guards in. Plus there's a video on a jig hack that you guys probably need to go check out too, because it tells you how to put in a wire bait keeper if it don't have one, and then another good trick for a bait keeper. So what tools you're going to need is you're going to need 2 sets of needle nose pliers. I like using the ones that's got the bend on them, and then a straight pair. And then you'll need some kind of little wire cutters, pair of scissors, good cutting scissors, and then you'll also need some wire. And then I just buy the spool wire. It lasts a really long time. It's not stainless, but it still lasts. I've never had a problem with them rusting out and breaking. It's got a coating on them. And then also you will need some skirts. I got some silicone skirt here. And then I also use the round rubber skirt. I always like to put that in my jigs. It gets a lot different action in the jig. So I use the combination of the silicone and rubber. So like I said guys, if you can, go over and check out the other video, and it'll show you how to pour them, how to powder coat them, how to put the weed guard in. So I forgot to also mention, you need a fly tying vise. I mean, the more money you spend on one, the better off you are, because the better it's going to be. I think I paid 60 bucks for this one. So all you gotta do is clamp your jig in there. Always turn it up this way and keep the hook pointed down. So we'll go over this skirt combination. What I got this black and blue. It's striped black. I got one of those, and then I'll take another just black, and I'll actually pull it and only put half of that in there. So we'll lay that there. And then I'll go with the black round rubber. And then I'll go with the blue round rubber. So then what you do is just I always put these in the center. The black and everything else in the center, because they're only half strips. And you can do this any way you want. There's a million different color combinations. So you can do that, just play with it and figure out what works for you best. So I'll get that all lined up, and then I'll take and cut a piece of wire. Now all I do is normally just go half of whatever the round is, about 3 inches, 2.5 to 3 inches. And then I'll just take that and put it on the jig, raise it up, get the little bend in around, and then just angle these out. Now here's the tricky part, is to get it on and all lined up on the jig head. So what I normally do is just take and grab it with 2 hands and then put it on there. And then I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but see this little bolt right here? I normally line that up with the back of the skirt so it stays consistent every time. Then all you gotta do is just bring the wire around. Just so it barely holds it on there. So it don't fall off. And then I'll double wrap it. I'll put 2 wraps of wire on it, and then get these up here. And then make sure your wire is all the way against your head. And all you gotta do is take your pliers and tighten it up. So grab one end with one pair of pliers and one with the other, and then just tighten that up and then twist it. Once you twist it once, you don't have to pull it anymore. You just got to twist it. And then I'll do like 3 or 4 times. And then I'll grab that twist with the straight pliers and get it all the way down there by the head, and then twist it 2 more times, 2 to 3 times. And then all you gotta do is I leave a little tag end of that wire in there. Cut that off. So it's like that. Then you'll just take that little tag end and bend it up. And then smash it in. So you can't feel it. Then all anything else you got to do is just cut the skirt apart, and the easiest way to do it is just take and barely hold the tip of it and then pull this out and stretch it, and then just barely start cutting, and that'll undo all your strands. Then you just do the other one and keep going with that side. Even with the silicone. Then with the full strip of silicone, I normally just take and rip that in half because it's easier to cut. So then all you gotta do is just get that all undone, make sure everything's undone. All your strands are undone. And then just take your vise and turn it this way and do the other end. Same thing. Just pull it and just barely cut down and it'll start going. And just get that all back out straight so they ain't all bunched up. Then all you gotta do is just sit there and play with it and get everything the way you want it straightened out wise. All you do is just turn it a little bit, and you'll get the strands all where you want them. And then all I do is just get the skirt all down. Now if I'm selling them, I'll cut them off long, or if I'm giving them to someone else. But I'll take that skirt and get it all bunched down. And then if you see the shorter ones, I'll normally cut to that shorter skirt. And there it is, guys, a black and blue jig. Now there's plenty of different combinations you can do. You can do all kinds. I mean, it's limited, or there's no limitation of what colors you can make. You can do green pumpkin. You just got to get on there and find the skirt you want, and come up with combinations that work for your guys' water. Now what I'll normally do is see how the rubber's all crazy looking. I'll take a wire, get the skirt all straightened back down the way I like it, and then I'll just take a wire and bend it around my finger, and then I'll put that over top of the jig. And then just tighten that down on the skirt a little bit. It don't have to be super tight. and then just let that sit on there for a couple days, and then I'll get that memory out of that rubber and let it lay more flat. Just like that. Part 4 to the jig. If you guys don't care, go check out the other videos. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. Until next time, jawbreakers.